to kickoff. Sunday will be the second career meeting between Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen as starting quarterbacks. The first came in November of 2023, and these two put on a stinking show, combining for 5 TD passes, with each having a pair of rushing touchdowns. It was the first game in NFL history in which both quarterbacks had multiple TD passes and multiple rushing touchdowns. Philly won that game 37-34 at home in OT. Now here is what the reigning Super Bowl MVP and league MVP had to say about this week's matchup.
They're still a really good team. They're a really good team then. They're a really good team now. It's a different time, obviously, but that's the most important thing. You know, attacking every day. Every day is important. Every day matters. Everybody's role is important. So just giving our best every day and preparing for this game.
To win the lottery, you got to buy a ticket. To win a Super Bowl, you got to make the playoffs. You know, getting into the playoffs is our ticket. Now, what we do with that is up to us and going out there and executing each and every week.
Tim, put your Joe Brady hat on, right? Your offensive coordinator hat. If you're the Buffalo Bills offense, what part of your game plan should you focus on to attack Philly?
I'm leaning heavy on the run game. I'm going to give James Cook as many opportunities as I can. And look, I think that Joe Brady has had a desire to do that since, you know, going back to last year where, you know, he took over the play calling duties. I think I've just been surprised when I look at Philadelphia's front, how good they are on that defensive line, how people have had success running the ball on them. We saw the Bears do it, saw Washington do it. And so I think that it's just a natural way to attack them. And so I would expect them to do that, to come out trying to run the football and then let Josh do his things later. But that would be my plan going in the football game.
Yeah, Tim's absolutely right. This Eagles run defense is 23rd in success rate against the ground. Now, some of that is structural because they also play with the highest rate of light boxes in football. And Ryan, that doesn't matter who they're playing. I went back and looked at game plan against Chicago. Extreme amount of light boxes there. Light boxes against Detroit. This is just how Vic Fangio is approaching these games. And I have to admit, I'm not sure it's the right approach against a Bills team that, you know, struggles to win with their pass catchers. But it is how Philadelphia has played. And if they give them those light boxes, Buffalo's going to run on them all day long.
And the one thing we know about Joe Brady is he consistently calls the run, and he has one of the more underrated running backs in all of football in James Cook. That vision, that explosiveness, his ability to take a short gain and make it a touchdown. And so I do wonder if he'll change some of that if this game gets to going in the wrong direction for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now let's pick this game, and let's see which one of us is going to make sure we don't get screenshotted. And it's me. Tim, tell me why you're going. Tim, tell me why you're going with Buffalo.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of fool's gold looking at Philadelphia's recent success running the football. Their biggest run last week should have been a negative 3-yard play. So I'm not buying into that. I do think the kind of the plan is clear for Buffalo. They have had a few struggles at home. I don't think that that's something that's here to stay. And so I'm going Buffalo for those reasons.
Yeah, this is one of the more important games of the week for me. You want your team to be as hot as they could possibly be, so we'll see who wins between these juggernauts. And live from Adam Schefter, Packers quarterback Jordan Love is out Saturday night versus the Ravens due to a concussion, and Malik Willis is expected to start. Now here it is. The Lions, it's do or die for the Ravens this week. Tomorrow, if they are eliminated from playoff contention with a loss to the Packers, or if the Steelers beat the Browns on Sunday. And the Packers have clinched the playoff spot with Detroit's loss yesterday, but they're not going to be eliminated from NFC North contention with a loss. Tim, what's happening, brother? It's glad that you can join us now.
I would say, hey, I'm just impressed with the job you're doing, bobbing and weaving, as my technical difficulties take place.
Hey, well, I'll tell you what, we got some technical difficulties over here as well, but it's all good. Tim, you know, how confident are you in this offense with Malik Willis leading the way this weekend versus the Ravens?
Yeah, I think Malik Willis has done a great job every time he's had an opportunity to fill in for Jordan Love. And, in terms of confidence level, I guess, if you were to say, all right, a backup has to play, in one of these scenarios and play well in order to have a chance to, have an impact on the playoffs. I think Malik Willis can play at a starter level. I think he can play at a winning level. He's shown to do it, and I think that, and I think the team has confidence in him. So, assuming he's healthy enough to go, obviously we're dealing with a shoulder injury for a thrower, but assuming he's healthy enough to go, I expect them to play at a starter level.
Yeah, I agree with Tim. I mean, we saw some, I would say shaky backup quarterback play yesterday. That's not Malik Willis. In fact, he's developed so much in Green Bay. It's been really impressive to see. And this is a big game for him with free agency coming up. He has the potential to get some attention from teams around the league. I think for Baltimore, it starts on the ground because he does add so much to this run game. They'll run zone read with him. They'll run power. He'll scramble out of empty. They'll put him under center. They did against New England a fair amount and run off of that. And then if you overcommit, he has the ability as a passer to punish you in the play action game. If you give him one-on-ones by selling out and stacking the box, he threw that beautiful go ball last week. You remember down the left sideline. So this is not a backup quarterback you want to overlook because, I just think he's been increasingly impressive every time I've seen him in Green Bay. And I also think Matt LaFleur does a hell of a job calling the offense for him.
I love the ability of Matt LaFleur to weave within what Malik Willis can do at the quarterback position. There's more zone read. There's more RPO. There are called quarterback runs. And his ability to do both for Matt LaFleur has been huge. But I also want to pay attention to what Jeff Hafley is able to do this week. The one thing we know for certain that will be a part of this playoff run is how this defense adapts without Micah Parsons and the way that Quay Walker and the ways that Edgerrin Cooper can be used in the rush on third and passing situations, and also how they're going to stop the run, because that's going to be huge this week, especially without Lamar Jackson. It's going to be a lot of Keaton Mitchell. There's going to be a lot of Derrick Henry. And when you look at the NFC playoffs, stopping the run will be a premium, and then also finding a way to pressure the quarterback. And Jeff Hafley was able to do that last year, even though they leaned heavily on Micah Parsons throughout this season. Mina, when you think about what this team has been with Micah Parsons and now the adjustments of Jeff Hafley, what do you feel like is the most important thing for this defense?
Yeah, I think because of the competition and the matchup, it is stopping the run, right? When Tyler Huntley has started for Baltimore this year, they have had a run rate over expectation based on situation that's been the highest in football. And you saw they ran the ball well, honestly, with Tyler Huntley in against New England. Granted, that's a very shaky run defense. And Micah Parsons, for all of the debate over whether or not he's a plus run